And as a Christian woman who wants to adhere to biblical principle, part of this channel I want to be devoted to Adventist women seeking health and wholeness. Hi everyone, so this is more of a laid-back video. As much as I wanted this channel to be strictly research-based and very structured and presentations, cooking classes and things of that sort, I also recognize the Adventist woman not really having a, I think, safe space to share and support each other. There's this thing that I've noticed. I feel like Adventist women specifically feel the burden of having to figure out life and all the issues that they have to navigate independent of the support of their community, the church community. This is definitely not the case for all churches. It's just something that I personally observed after, church hopping and being in so many different Adventist churches throughout my lifetime. And this message probably isn't only for Adventist women. I think it's for women in general. Like, we really take on a lot. We take on a lot emotionally. We take on a lot physically. We take on a lot spiritually. We're trying to prove ourselves in how much we can take on without support. I don't know if a lot of you are like me, but I almost take or have a strange desire to seek pride in how much I can handle without help. But that also might be a part of my Middle Eastern roots. I am part Lebanese. The Lebanese side of me, I would say, is a very much seeking for independence. And then if you hop online, you'll notice that the Adventist community is very polarized. So you have one side, which is more like the ex-Adventists that decide to blame all of their life's problems on the fact that they grew up Adventist. And then you have the other side, which is basically a large group of people that are just eagerly waiting for the end of the world. So these two groups can be very disheartening. And I've noticed, especially for women in the Adventist church, there doesn't seem to be a middle ground, a safe, quiet, nurturing, moderate space, because again, as someone who's read plenty of Mrs. White's writings, one of the things I noticed about her is that she was an extremely moderate woman. And I personally haven't found a community that has devoted itself to creating a safe, moderate, supportive space for women in the Adventist church. Yes, there are women's ministries and there are women retreats within the Adventist network, but for some reason, and I say this very respectfully, I personally have never felt drawn to any of them. Not to cast any shade upon anyone, this is just based on my personal experience. And maybe it has something to do with being an Adventist millennial. I am in my late 30s, and I know that older women might be able to find support in Adventist programs or women's ministries. I think I'm at the outskirts of a group of Adventist women that are feeling like something is missing. One of the directions I personally want to take this channel is towards creating a type of women's space, an online Adventist women's space focused on health, wholeness, personal well-being, spirituality, family, children, based on proven principles, along with the element of spirituality that I think could help us thrive as an organization. And I do think that the happiness and the wholeness of the woman is integral for the happiness and wholeness of the entire family. So even if you're a gentleman who's watching this, this might be important to bring your wife into or your daughter into, because it actually helps to support the entire family when the woman is in a state of wholeness, when the woman is in a state of well-being. Whether you have children or don't, there are physiological changes that are happening and hormonal changes that are happening that, if not properly supported, can result in tremendous mental and emotional irregularities. And these will most definitely go on to affect the entire family. There are tips and strategies along with the element of prayer and spiritual life that can help to support a woman during this phase of life and help her to become a tremendous resource to her family and to her community. I really believe that we have tremendous resources within Ellen White's writings. I mentioned in another video that I'm currently reading Adventist Home, Child Guidance, and Counsels on Health right now synonymously. I'm just reading sections of each every day, trying to every day. So here's what I'm planning. I am going to still be adding videos to the playlist of Adventist queries, dietary questions. I'm still going to be addressing those, but I also want to synonymously grow a network of Adventist women. So if you are an Adventist woman and you've been waiting for an online community that's focused on health, wellness, well-being with a spiritual component, not disregarding our Adventist roots, then I think this is the perfect starting point for you to join me. Invite your mother, your friends, your daughters, whoever you think would be interested in this, and let's grow together. Let's create a safe, strong, meaningful environment where we can learn and teach each other things, where we can focus on our health, the health of our children, the health of our families, and where we can recognize our true role and responsibility in this thing called life. And I think that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. This is of course going to develop as I move along. Of course, I'm going to get questions and comments from you guys that will also help guide this. This Women's Health Wholeness Initiative is going to have its own playlist on this channel, so you can check back and see more updated content in the future. Go ahead and post your comments below. That's all for now. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.